Hey everyone, my name's Annie, I'm Venezuelan and I'm married to Slovenian. This video is going to be about my experience living in Slovenia and how I'm learning the Slovene language. First, we got married in Venezuela and then we moved to Slovenia. We currently live in a town called Setnica near Krško. Before I came here, I only knew numbers from 1 to 20, how to introduce myself, and a few Slovenian phrases. I've been living in Slovenia around a year and a half. So when I came to Slovenian, we began to look for teachers in Slovene so I could have individual lessons. But it was very hard to find them since most of them don't live in Setnica. Most of these teachers live near Ljubljana or in Ljubljana itself. After 3 months, I started a Slovene course thanks to a friend that runs the program for foreigners. So I've been learning Slovene for around a year. I had the first term of 6 months and a second one of 6 months as well. The typical question I get asked very often, is Slovene a hard language? And to answer to that, I would say yes. But it has its bright side. Not everything is an inferno. So Slovene language has its pros and cons. So I'm gonna start with the cons. Since Slovene has no similarities to any of the language I know, such as Spanish, English, Italian, Portuguese, and French, for me the pronunciation area is very hard. I still have a hard time to hear mostly the difference between ch, sh, and j. So when I listen to people speaking, or I will have to write something, and it has these letters, especially not just one, but you have the 3 of them or 2 of them together, it's very frustrating because I tend to alternate them or just write it wrong or pronounce them wrong. So those 3 are very hard to learn. A lot of my classmates in Slovene course thinks duality is the hardest for the language, but in my opinion it's not. Actually, duality is not as hard as it seems. It just requires a lot of practice and there's an easier way to learn it. For me, genders are harder compared to duality. Slovene language has 3 genders. It has male, female, and neutral gender. I was so surprised when I found out on my first Slovene class that Slovene language has 3 genders. And depending on the ending, it's how you determine the gender. But of course, there's another part of it. There's exceptions, which is, for me, very frustrating. You just have to memorize the exceptions. There's nothing more into it because there's no explanation about why this is exception. For example, there's words that end like it's a neutral gender, but they're actually male. So it's just memorizing. I think the hardest things to learn are just clones. Slovenian language has 6 of them, which, in my opinion, the 6th, the 5th, and the 3rd are the hardest to learn. It's very easy to use 1, 2, or 4th. 1 is the one you use commonly. The 2nd, most of the time, you use it to deny things. And the 4th one, it's mostly when you want something. So the other 3 of them, I always tend to confuse them. And well, they're very hard. It's just practice and practice and practice. Pros of Slovene language. I was so happy when I found out that Slovene has only present, past, and future tense. And that's it. There's nothing more. And it's very easy to make sentence in present since you only conjugate the infinitive verb. For past and future, it's a little different. You have the to be in past or future way, plus you conjugate the infinitive verb, and then you just make a sentence. So it's very easier to speak only in 3 time tenses. I'm not fluent in Slovene, but I understand a lot. My Slovene is good enough to just go out, buy stuff in the store, go to the doctor, have a drink with friends, and also have small conversations. So before I moved to Sevnica, I was living in a village called Jablanica. Only two of my neighbors in Jablanica speak English. So I was very surprised when I came to Sevnica and I started my Slovene course, and one of my classmates speaks Spanish fluently. And she's from Belgium. I was very, very in shock and at the same time very happy because I had somebody that I could speak Spanish with. Then I go to bowling and then a waitress just speaks Spanish fluently as well. So when I asked her where did she learn Spanish, she said she learned through telenovelas. So I was very happy and excited that we could talk in Spanish every time I would go to bowling. When I came to Slovenia, I didn't have any friends. But through the Slovene course, I've met so many people from different parts of the world and I make new friends. They have helped me a lot to adapt as a fellow foreigner. My neighbors, my friends, family friends, and of course my family have helped me immensely to adapt as well. So the Slovenian people have been so kind since my arrival. Every time I try to speak Slovene with them, they like the fact that you try. Even if you make mistakes, they'll correct you, they'll help you, and it's actually cute for them that you try to speak Slovene with them. The progress I've made in Slovene language is thanks to my Slovenian teacher. She's amazing, she's kind, she's very patient, and also she makes you interact a lot in Slovene language, so you practice it. She corrects you when you have to be corrected. And every time I'm in class with her, you can feel that she enjoys teaching. I remember when I started learning Slovene, I used to feel so embarrassed because I was putting the accent or the stress in the wrong letter. So I sounded very Croatian. For me, it's very important to learn Slovene. This is my husband's language and culture. And also, I like challenges. I used to challenge myself with the other language I learned. So I enjoy learning Slovene. I consider myself a scholar and I'm a doctor as well. So I enjoy learning new things or knowledge in general. Tips for Slovene language. Number 1, practice. Try to speak Slovene with people that don't speak your mother language. Putting yourself in this position will help a lot. Number 2, don't give up on trying. I know it can be very frustrating sometimes. But trust me, it's not as bad as it seems like that first day when you start Slovene classes. Number 3, don't overthink about what clone to use or what ending to use. This will only give you headaches. Number 4, don't be hard on yourself. When it comes to the pronunciation, the more you practice, the better you get. Number 5, don't worry too much. When it comes to grammar, it's okay to make mistakes. Number 6, look at the bright side. No matter how little or how much you can speak, if they can understand you, that means you're communicating. Number 7, read and practice. When you're at home, you can practice speaking Slovene, you can write some sentences in Slovene, or you can read a book in Slovene. It can be an hour or more. I normally tend to rent children's book in the library. Since it's basic Slovene, it gets very easy to understand eventually. The more you read it, the better you will get. And here to test my Slovene, it's my husband.
Greetings from Slovenia. My name is Mike and I am Annie's husband, and we're gonna do a little Slovene test for her today since she's been talking about it so much, and why don't we give it a shot, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright, let's say I'm a bartender at your favorite place, which is bowling, right?
Yeah.
And you come in and you try to like order a drink, order some games and so on. And how would you say it?
Okay.
Alright, you come in and I say,
okay, go ahead.
Dobar dan, želite?
Dobar dan, imam rezervacijo.
Ja, na ime.
Ani, prosim.
Aha, boste kaj spili?
Ja, prosim.
Želite še kaj pojesti?
Ja, tudi. Lahko dobim en črni radler, prosim. In čevapčiči, prosim.
Oh, čevapčiči. Good choice. Boste še koga počakali ali boste igrali sami?
Ne, jaz čakam moje prijateljici.
Super. Kako pa ima je ime?
Njuni imeni sta Stanka in Špela.
To so tvoje prijateljice, ne?
Ja.
Okay, super, bomo počakali, da lahko igraste skupaj.
Ja.
Now, that's part of the Slovene, but how would you introduce yourself in Slovene?
Aha, okay. Jaz sem Ani, stara sem 30 let. Jaz sem zdravnica in poročena sem. Živim v Sloveniji. Prihajam iz Venezuele in pogrešam moji mami in ati.
I think she did great. High five.
Oh ja! Jaz sem posabila, da imam mačka. Ime mu je Orion in on je nori. Ampak ful lep maček.
He's a really pretty cat, but he's crazy. I'll put that in the subtitles. Anything else you want to say for our viewers?
Hvala lepa, da ste naju gledali.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for watching, guys.
Subscribe if you like, have fun, and we'll see you in the next video.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye. I forgot what to say.